thought it was over.
You thought it was over.
Welcome back.
Fellow hjonkcrafians, we are back. So for those who do not know, Hjonkcraft often likes to throw little events for the New Year's and for the Christmas. We are a very Christmas-loving honk family over here. This year around, we decided that we were going to revive the dead and bring Hjonkcraft back and throw a creative server. We've gotten a lot of people online, and part of the creative server rule is that I'm going to be filming a nice little style video going over the... Jesus, that's a lot of ants on my desk. Watch that down with something. So we're going to be going through all the different builds that people have hosted, find which one is the frostiest. Alright, so to start us off, we have the legendary honk builder, Pinky, who has built for us 2 massive towers. And I gotta say, this is top tier stuff, but it's not entirely what I would call finished. So obviously you can see that this tower is very French kiss is very good, and this one's also very good. I need to say that this would have been a real pain because Pinky was not given world edits, so she would have had to make this by hand and then make that by hand. So that would have been the opposite of fun, but hey, she did it. Down here we got the very Pinky pink-esque bubblegum trademark style, but then we just got a hole with nothing in it, and then we got some wall with nothing really going on. So it's unfinished, and to Pinky I've got to say, why is it unfinished? What have you been doing this whole month? I would say that we would give it a solid 7. I think 7 is the way to go. It is unfinished, but what is here is very technically... Up next, we have the mighty Alatario, who I have been instructed wants to speak to me because he has made a house that has some secrets in it. So we're going to hop into VC and see what the...
It's an extensive tour. Are you ready?
An extensive tour. I am in fact ready. Bring it on. I'm very curious. So right away, we got the sign, which I love.
Yes.
And
cool
then
sign.
Primori flag. So whatever your rating is, it's +1 for the Primori flag.
Welcome to the Pontifex 9 cottage.
Okay, so immediately -1 because I'm getting claustrophobia from the lowered ceiling, but that's fine.
It is blank.
It's
But
blank.
the chimney is consistent.
It is consistent. That's about the most chimney I've ever seen. Not that I've ever had a house with a chimney. Okay.
Now, you may be wondering why the house is of minimal quality. Do me a favor and stand
I mean,
here
I
and
didn't
look
want
at
to
this
insult you or
bookshelf.
anything, but what about it?
Alright. Now, you may enter.
What? What?
You may enter.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Pontifex 9.
Oh my.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a
You do
guest
not have
ID
a
for you
tag,
just
get
real
one and
fast.
check. What's in here? What? Do I need a security tag or something?
Here's your tag.
Guest ID.
Welcome to
use.
Pontifex 9. Please enter the scanning chamber.
Okay.
Thank you.
I
Please
feel like
place
I'm
your
a-
ID in the hopper
Oh my
that just opened up under your feet. Verifying. Please take your ID out of the hopper.
What the fuck is this?
Trust me. Alright. You may enter.
Alright, we're going forward. Really donking
Yes.
on this. Okay.
Now you have 2 options of rooms. You can always grab a hazard suit if you want.
Slash hat.
Or a hazard suit.
Oh.
Just press the button also.
Oh.
Alright. So we're gonna look at the dormitories later because this is the cooler part.
Research.
Let's enter down into the research and development.
Oh, okay, we're going down.
There's a ways. Alright, so if you'll notice the signs on the wall, they lead to different sections. This is the general purpose line. It will lead to the general purpose thing that I'm 95% sure don't have exit buttons.
Okay,
so don't go
so
in there.
we don't want to go into gym.
Yes. This is our weapons testing facility. We have not
Weapons
tested any
testing
weapons because there are
I have a weapon.
that would be holy fucking shit. Okay, well, this is not to be trusted in my hands. We're not gonna go here yet, because you need to enable riding minecarts. That would be after we go through here. So come on through. All right, so stand right here.
Standing.
All right, move
Okay.
through. All right.
Oh.
Welcome
going
to
to
the
the back
portal
rooms
room.
or something?
It is entirely unstable. I have not entered this portal yet.
Okay.
To minimize lag, you are welcome to enter it, as you do have your hazard suit, but there's nothing behind there. The railway system, the final part of this. Have you enabled riding minecarts?
No, but I'll do one better.
Alright.
There we go. See ya.
The point was to be able to see through the glass, but... And then that is the end. And then, if you ever stand here...
Yep.
Run through.
Whoop. And we're in the backyard bathtub.
We're in the back space.
So,
Effect 9. Under the guise of a normal cottage is a research facility of extreme depth.
that's probably the best thing I've ever seen.
If you cannot tell, I have been doing level design for an extended period.
Hides a lot of secrets underneath. I'm probably going to go ahead and give this one the honk rating of 7.5 out of 10.
That is the best rating I've ever gotten on anything ever.
Alright, now we gotta go check out your JJ. Where build? Oh my god! This is bellissimo! Oh, okay, so, right off the bat, lava pit, Bazan, right? Elevation, we're down. And then multi-levels, bam bam. I love it. One cuts into the deep dark. He's got the elevating stairwell patterns. He's got the stairs that go down many, many levels, which I do. Oh, then he's got fucking water stuff and other stuff. He's worked with the terrain of the build. He's landscaped it. He's edited it. He's done it up. He's put out structures and beams and roads, and this is a real good mine shaft. Any dwarf would be proud of this. So, is it better than Pinky's build? Yes. Is it better than Altario's build? Now, I didn't get a hazard suit from this one, so we're gonna go with a... One of these builders has impressed me time and time and time again, and his name is... So, we're going to go check on Faz's build. Now, Faz, at his request, said he didn't want to build if he didn't have World Edit. So we gave him World Edit, and I trusted him not to crash the server because he's very experienced with it. So let's see what Mr. Faz was able to do. Keep in mind, they did have World Edit. Oh my god! This is stunning. This is absolutely stunning. This is amazing. So firstly, I love that there's different elevations of water throughout it. I feel like getting that is very tricky to do. Getting your different water elevations, so make sure that things don't leak. I love the archways connecting everything together. Everything in here is just loaded with detail. There is amethyst crystals and vines and flowers and trees everywhere. Look, I'm gonna stand here, right? This is some detailing because it's some grass. Let's see how far we can go until we get to the next floor detailing. 2 blocks. There's detailing every 2 blocks, alright? All the water has skulk and sea lights. I love the idea of skulk to make it mossy underneath. So what do we rate it? That's a tough one. On one hand, I feel like it's not too fair to the other contestants. I can't fault this for anything. I feel like it deserves the perfect 10 out of 10 rating, but I feel like we can't give it the 10 out of 10 because it was made with World Edit. So we're going to need to come up with a different solution. So I'm thinking the best thing for us to do is probably to go ahead and minus 1 point for well-vetted use. So this would get a 9 out of 10, and just wow. Next up on the list, we got an old friend of mine, the one and only Echo. Pause. Echo has gone ahead and built a something, and we're gonna turn around and have a holy bomb. This orb is new. Oh my god. So Echo has gone ahead and built a dragon that spirals up and around some world orb. This is huge, and I am pretty confident that Echo did not have world in it, so that means that this would have been done all by hand, which just makes it even more impressive. If I remember correctly, Echo actually went into a single player server to map this out and then built it in here, which makes no sense to me because this is a creative server, so I don't know why you wouldn't just do that here. Obviously no world edit, so gotta take that into consideration. So I would probably give this the same as Faz, a 9 out of 10. I think that this is really, really good, and it's a solid effort from Echo. Next up on the chopping block, we have a build that is very special. So, as you guys know, hjonkcraft disappeared a while ago, and a lot has happened since the disappearance of hjonkcraft, including that me and Elt actually got married in IRL. I moved out twice. I got a mortgage, so I'm now a mortgage payer, and I now have a full-time job, meaning that money is a lot easier, which means I was able to open this server just out of pocket. Didn't have to throw up a donation store or anything, which was nice. Elt decided to go ahead and build her own house, which is what you see before you. Did I say before? I meant before. So I mean, firstly, it's just the fact to go around that, like, I just like builds like this. This is just my style of build. I remember when Duzu used to make builds like this, it always melted my heart. And now that we have cherry trees, this melts it even more. Everything ties into the pink. You got the pink wood here. The stone is a nice contrast with it. It's wonderful exterior detailing with the stairs going backwards to create little tiles to give it that sense of depth. I love the use of the flags all the way down to give it that sort of Shinto feel. The bamboo on the wood just makes it perfect. So I love this build. So this build to me would get an 8 out of 10, and then it would be pushed up 2 levels to a 10 out of 10 because of life privileges, and then would be immediately disqualified from the tournament completely because she is my wife, and if I rate her on the list at all, that feels unfair. So 10 out of 10, but doesn't qualify. Up next, we have the Bion build. We've got a hollow tower under the water. We have not a lot of stuff going on down here, just a heap of sand. We've got all this netherite, which is impressive that this was all placed by hand. And we've got a pathway, and this links with the terrain quite nicely. But other than that, there just isn't a lot going on here. So it's really weird, because Bion, I thought the whole meme about you is that you play way too much. Where's that playtime? Where them hours, boy? So I'm gonna give it a 2. But with a love card on it, so he knows it's not harsh. I do love him. Up next on the chopping block, we have Mr. Finn. He was going to build a dwarven fortress in the mountains. So here you have the wooden door that opens, and then you have the bridge that comes forward, and it goes forward, and then you have lava, and it's pretty cool, but it is remarkably unfinished, because I get the feeling that this needed to be detailed with something. You really need to put something for the bridge to actually go towards, and the door is just like, what's it doing? So I don't know, Finn, what have you been doing this whole month, dude? Like, you had a whole month to do this. Where were you? Why didn't you work on it? What were you doing? Disappointed. 2 out of 10. Maybe you'll work harder next time. Putting people to shreds feels kind of mean, but this feels kind of cathartic at the same time. So the next one that we have is from Tian. How do you spell his name? Tian Garan? Tian Juan? It's alright. It's alright. It's cool. I wish it was bigger, I wish it did more, but I need to say that the detailing is very good. I like that he's mixing up the blocks, because you see here's blackstone, here's polished blackstone, here's chiseled polished blackstone, and then over here is probably blackstone chiseled polished blackened stone that's chiseled and polished. But you know, it's good to have that variety within a build, so it looks good. I just wish it was bigger and did more, so I'm going to give this a solid... Next we have Simply Kane, who has built a boat. The boat's pretty cool, actually. It has a really well done bottom deck, it has a really well done bits and pieces of the top deck, but I don't know if I would call this finished. The middle deck, well, not the middle deck, the top deck is looking just a little bare. I mean, yeah, it's alright. I would probably give this... I don't think it's quite as good as Tien's build, so we're going to go ahead, if it's close, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.5. And then we arrive at the lucky last build entrant, who I'm very excited to announce is Arkera. Arkera's build is very Arkera. If you've ever seen the guy build, this is an Arkera build, straight up. You've got beautifully designed houses with wonderful exteriors, not quite done interiors, but it's fine, it's sort of complicated because the ground pavement is fantastic with tons of detailing, elevation, block palette variety. He's even got tons of little detailing with the little horse den. Medieval is very much his style. He's very good at creating these tightly crammed spaces to navigate through with heaps of detailing, heaps of layering, heaps of build and wall depth. I really, really like this. This is great. The only thing is that it does feel a little incomplete here and there. Obviously we got this here, which is also very Arkera, the fact that he's planning his builds out ahead of time. But I mean, little things like this fish market soldier, look at this. It's perfect. It is mwah. Now, there is this giant floating problem in the sky that we need to deal with. This, to my knowledge, is... dumpy. Arkera is part of a little culture on the server called Wogville, and I have no idea what it is with this handsome specimen of a something, but they call this dumpy, and it is nightmare fuel. You can see that Arkera had a lot planned for this, and I mean, even though we didn't finish it, what is here is brilliant, and I love it. So, I did look it up, and it looks like Arkera was given World Edit, as he did used to be a build for Honk and has good knowledge on it, so we're going to have to deduct him 1 point. I'd say because it's unfinished, I'm not going to quite give it the perfect rating, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9. Deduct it 1 for World Edit gives it an 8, and that means that our winner is... I mean, seriously, how could this not win? This is just beautiful, this is amazing. However, there might be a slight problem in the fact that maybe it's a little bit unfair, I guess you could say, that Fazcal would win when he does not, in fact, have World Edit. So that means that we will also give a winner for the best build that did not involve World Edit, which in this case actually goes to Echo Creator, who built this very cool dragon, which I do like a lot. I think I gave this an 8, and I really, really like it. And I might also go ahead and give a prize to Alitario for making me a hazard suit. That was dope. So now y'all might be wondering, what exactly is the prize for winning? We have this amazing build comp with all these awesome builds, and you might be wondering, well, if there's a comp and there's a first place, and what does first place win? Great question. The answer is that we will be taking the builds of the first place World Edit winner and the first place non-World Edit winner, and we will be pasting them into the survival server. Yeah. What do you mean we don't have a survival server? Closed down? like to thank you all for watching this far. As some of you might have guessed, we have a special announcement. And there's a bit of a delay on it, so unfortunately the special announcement won't be coming until 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. hjonkcraft is back. That is right, we are back. When we launch, our IP is going to be play.hjonkcraft.com, and I was thinking that since we're actually very far along in the making of the server, we might go over a few things so you guys can know what to expect. First thing I want to go over is a quick disclaimer. So as you guys know, hjonkcraft was a server that originally was a community migration from Oswald. There was a bit of problems when we first went to Oswald, which is that a lot of people had bought donation perks on Oswald, thus did not have those donation perks on hjonkcraft, and thus had to buy them again. Now that we're relaunching the server, I don't have the means to go ahead and give everyone their perks a third time around, but at the same time, I would feel like a real scum-sucking piece of filth if these ants doing on my computer. If I was to, I'd feel like pretty bad if I was to basically take your guys' money again. I can't do that in good faith. So this time around, we're going to be running hjonkcraft as a fully free-to-play server with no microtransactions and no donation store. We're going to be launching with multiple servers and events. So we're going to be running hardcore. We're going to run that for 1 week, and it's going to happen at the start of every month. And then it will reset and go every month for 1 week at a time, and whoever is the winner in hardcore in the sense of having the best build, most playtime, or most kills will give you free stuff. Minigame Sunday is coming back, so we can enjoy all the minigames, and of course bosses. I don't know if we're going to have any at launch, but there will be bosses, and they will be pretty dope. As for the server, welcome to our spawn. You might see a little things out of place. We're just finalizing a few bits and pieces. We're bringing crates to hjonkcraft, baby, so voting is going to be back in a big way. It's going to be the main currency of the server since we don't have a donation store with money, so please vote. It helps. Up ahead, I want to show you guys all the servers that we have. So on top of bringing the creative builds into the survival world, I'm also happy to announce that shortly after this video goes up, we'll be linking the creative server to the hjonkcraft survival server. So you'll be able to come through here, go into the creative server, and you will be able to play creative, and if you had access to World Edit, you can keep it and build to your heart's content. I know that you guys used to love playing minigames, and I'm actually happy to announce that we have our own minigame dedicated server. It now runs minigames automatically. We have a couple different minigame types, all minigames, minigame Sunday, PvP minigames, and it's not done yet. I'm working on it, but that's going to be non-PvP minigames if you guys don't like playing PvP for whatever reason. You just step on this, you'll be sent to a portal. You walk through the portal, and you're automatically playing minigames with anyone else who queues up with you. Simple as that. While we're probably not going to have it at launch, I do want to show you guys the hardcore portal real quick. So when you go through the hardcore portal, you will be sent to this location. We're going to show stats for who has the most kills, who has the best build, who has the longest time survived, etc., etc. Death is permanent. Upon reaching death, you will be banned from the hardcore server and unable to return. You start in this little arena box area, and you see this smoky wall. Once you go beyond the smoky wall, you'll be sent forward a few blocks, and you will be unable to return. That is it. Any attempts to return, and you will be pushed away back out into the dangerous hardcore world. So now that you guys have officially found out that hjonkcraft is returning, I guess there's only one last question to ask, which is, when will you be able to play? So we have everything very close to what we would consider a finished state. So I'm actually very happy to announce that hjonkcraft will be opening to the public in 5 seconds. See you guys online. Server IP address is play.hjonkcraft.com. See you online.